changes. Jones checked in for Howard. Brewer comes in for Montejunas. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Ty Lawson. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitter's checked in for Horford. D comes in for Paul Millsap. Hardaway's checked in for Cephalosha. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Kyle Korver. Beverley and Harden, they're the backcourt. Terrence Jones out there with Trevor Ariza. And it's Brewer in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Shoots from the line. Offensive rebound. And it's, yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end of quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Rockets trail by 10. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. D in at the 4 spot. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Teague. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Splitter in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Teague kicks to Splitter. There's the pick. Here's Hardaway. Breaks a big height bounce and goes in. And the Hawks lead by 10. And it's the Rockets with the ball. In the corner, it's Brewer. That 3 off the mark.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
No good. Good D by Harden.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Schroeder, guarded by Harden. Schroeder kicks to Freqn. Soft touch off the glass. D's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Gotta be demoralizing. They desperately needed a stop, and instead they give up a triple on an open look.
Brewer issues to Ariza. The Rockets with another miss. The Hawks leading by 15. Schroeder gets a screen from D, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
Howard's checked in for Houston. Montejunas comes in for Brewer. Atlanta also making some changes here. Paul Millsap's checked in for D. Cephalosha comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Korver in for T. Beverley the pass to Howard, and he jams it with authority.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And guys, you got to love the front court for these Atlanta Hawks. I mean, Al Horford and Paul Millsap both give up a few inches in terms of height, but you won't find a more skilled and versatile front court in the NBA.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Well, speaking of the skill of the Atlanta front court, their offense predicated on ball movement and spacing and shooting. A lot like San Antonio. Horford and Millsap, a perfect fit.
Really, those two enjoy playing together. Excellent chemistry between them because they're both mobile, agile, skilled big guys.
Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Patrick Beverley. And the second free throw, good. And he isn't the biggest, but Beverly, he's checked in for James Harden. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. D, he's checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Hardaway's checked in for Cephalosha. And it's Teagan for Dennis Schroeder. T kicks to Freqn. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Dwight Howard.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. And that'll push the lead to double digits.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Beverly dishes to Ariza. From deep, Thornton. That's good.
Marcus Thornton.
Here's Freqn. Moniunas with the steal.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
That free throw good from Trevor Ariza. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Laces one from 3.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Off target, and so the Hawks take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Paul, congratulations on this win. It seemed like this game was getting away from you at points. What does the team take away from this game in terms of experience?
You know, we got to do a better job executing down the stretch, you know, as simple as that. Just glad we got this win. We just can't let these things happen in the future.
An escape from some mistakes, Paul. Well done, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And time now to head over to Ernie Johnson for the 2K postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Korver.
I'll give it to Kyle Korver. When he's shooting the basketball like this, he can blow a game wide open. There's not many guys that's ever, not in the league now, but ever played the game that could shoot like he can.
You know what, Ernie? I must admit it. I didn't see this kind of performance coming from him tonight. He's been coming off a stretch of game where he just looked lost out there. To see him turn around this quickly, it's a nice surprise. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays, and making it look easy.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
It's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done.
Man.
I'll make the call.
In fact, now that we trust.
I told you you'd love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to have you playing in those in 30 days or less.
Oh, money. Oh, man.
Freaking and vibing. Freaking and vibing.
Freaking and vibing in these, baby.
It's been a long road trip. Last game is tonight. And I know I want to get out of here with the win. We'll be back in front of the home crowd soon. But now's not the time to be looking ahead. I need to step up my game and help this team get it done. No excuses.
Live from Denver, it's the home of the Nuggets. We're broadcasting from the Pepsi Center. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Take a look at the Hawks. They come into this one very confident. They feel like this is a game they should win against a team that struggled. We'll see if they can take care of business.
And if you look at the Hawks right now, it hasn't been the type of fully dominant season that a lot of the experts predicted, but they're still in a position that many other teams would envy at this point.
And to me, that tells you a lot about just how strong a team they are. I mean, what qualifies as success for others is just okay for them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Atlanta, Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3 slot.
You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them, and yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
Now, here is Foy. Following the miss by Paul Millsap. Shoots. Chandler's shot, good. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Horford. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Moutier kicks to Fareed. He feeds it to Foy. Lets it go with a 3. Millsap grabs the miss. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Ahead. The Hawks working the ball around. Now here's Teague. Defense is right there. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Mike Malone had a few moments to share with me. We talked about the keys to this game, and he singled out Paul Millsap as a player they've simply got to be mindful of. Coach told me he's always been an energy guy, someone you have to locate and box out every possession. But he's developed his offensive game to the point where he's more than just a hustle guy. He's also a scoring threat now, and a guy we can't leave open. They'll be watching him, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. From 12 feet out. That one a little long.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Teague left side. There's the feed to Horford. And Fareed sends it back. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Nurkic. Laverne comes in for Fareed. Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Gallinari in for Randy Foy. Now here's Schroeder, currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
And Dennis Schroeder has drawn some comparisons to Rajon Rondo. Long arms, very quick and athletic. He's awfully tough to keep in front of you, but he's also a guy that can knock down a mid-range jump shot.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
And the second free throw, good. This Dennis Schroeder, in a lot of ways, like a Greg Anthony, very quick, very smart on the floor, but he's a young player, and he says, Clark, that he watched a lot of tape of Tony Parker to see how he got to the basket.
Yeah, and that's a great blueprint, especially when you consider the Hawks run a very similar system to the Spurs.
Now, Moutier, he's coming off a 13-point game against Detroit.
And how about how opportunistic he was defensively? Steal after steal for him in that game just showed the quickness of his hands and anticipation.
On the clock, Gallinari inside the three-point line.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Really left alone that time. Scott's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gallinari dishes to Moutier. Here's Laverne. And that one comes up a bit short.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Schroeder with the ball. Arthur's there. There's the pick. Jumper off the screen. And that one's good. Schroeder.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Hawks lead by 10. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freqn had to say about adjusting his game to the NBA.
The biggest difference is endurance, both mentally and physically. The college season is what, 30, 40 games max? That's not even halfway through an NBA season. Plus, you're playing against the best talent every night. I'm just trying to put in work, get in the gym, study film, and prepare myself for each and every game.
Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players like that adjust to the long NBA schedule?
Well, you know, Kevin, they're going to give their teams the best chance to win no matter what the circumstance is. If that means playing young guys extended minutes, then...
So it's both teams making substitutions here. 1:05 left in the first half of basketball. On the court right now for the Hawks. D in at power forward. He's out there with Scott. Splitter is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Holiday in at the 2 guard. Clock at 6. D passes to Splitter. Here's Schroeder. That one wide left.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
They double in with Freqn. Arthur inside. Scott's there. It's stolen by Schroeder. Fast break, the Hawks. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Scott kicks it over to Schroeder. Holiday attacking. And that one's good. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. We were able to throw off their offensive rhythm with good ball pressure and heads up deep. Let's keep picking their pockets and jumping in those passing lanes. We did take advantage of their turnovers, I'll say that. And that was big for us. When they made a mistake and tried to give us points, we didn't let the chance slip by. Okay, one more thing. A smooth flow to the second half is just what we're looking for. Let's keep things moving, but not at some kind of breakneck pace. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great...
1:32 left here in the third quarter. So here's Gallinari. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Moutier kicks to Livin. And again, Denver no good. For Atlanta, they come in off the loss to the Suns.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
And that one misses.
And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany, his teammates give him a hard time about putting mayonnaise on everything. He eats a turkey burger with mayo before every game. And let me tell you, no need to change because he's settling in just fine.
Here's Schroeder, 5 points in the game. Dishes to Splitter. Outside, Scott. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Holiday against Gallinari. And Holiday kicks it over to Schroeder. Just 5 to shoot. Baseline try. Arthur grabs the board. Arthur's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
At the line for 2.
The free throw drops for Arthur. And both free throws good from Arthur.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Here's Scott. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Mike Scott.
Scott's got 6.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Inside, here's Livin. Got a piece of it. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Hawks on top. They lead by 13. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway.
I realize this. I realize this. atmosphere. Check. I realize this.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And the Hawks with possession.